Hello guys, welcome back to another different tier 2 video. Today I'm going to be showing you my supreme endgame level 50 SMG build, which has the highest DPS in the game out of all weapons. I'm going to leave down below in description my Twitch Wrestling Different Tier 2, my socials, my Discord if you want to chat with the community when I'm offline. So let's get it! Right, as always guys, first we're going to go through the skills and items. So here are the skills, as you can see, alright? Now I'm gonna explain to you why these type of skills. I went Sprinter 5, I prefer Sprinter. Sprinter is 1.5 times faster than Jogger. You can combine both, completely up to you, or you can just go Jog or Sprint. Completely optional, but I prefer Sprint because it's faster. Completely up to you guys. Submachine Gun Expert 5 because we are using submachine guns. Headhunter 5 for the headshot damage. Marksman 5 for the maximum accuracy, which is really important. Highly advise you to have it in your build. Reloading 5 for that ammo capacity and reload speed, which is very important. Highly advise you to have this as well. Quick shot 5 for that attack speed. Highly advise you to have it. Very important for DPS builds. Hunter 5 for, which is damage versus mutated for bosses. Damage versus mutated is damage against bosses, which is very important. Saves you a lot of time when it comes to killing bosses. Looter 5 for the surge speed, which is very important. Saves us each second between every loot spot. 1 second between every loot spot is a big thing, especially when you're bossing and when you're speed running. So highly advise you to get it as well. Toughness 5 for that 75 HP, which is very important due to enemies dealing a lot of damage. You have more room for mistakes, more survivability. Optional, quick reflexes 5, completely up to you, but I highly advise you to have it. You don't have to, but the dodge cooldown is gonna save you a lot of time because you have more room for the mistakes. And also incoming stun recovery, which means you're gonna recover faster from stuns, which is a big thing. More space for mistakes, as I said. Armor 5, completely optional. Highly advise you to get it as well. That 50% armor absorption durability, more survivability. As I said, some enemies hit very hard, they can kill you. So highly advise you to get this if you're using armors. If not, you don't have to do it. But I'm using armors, so I'm gonna have it. Optional, as I said. Aim for the heart as well, optional, but I advise you to have it. 25% body damage, which is very helpful, especially against the bosses that have spines around their head and such, so we can kill them faster, we spend less bullets. So those are the skills. Now we're gonna move to the items. As for primary weapon, we're using Flowing Rabbit, which is currently the best SMG in the game. I advise you to get one if you can. You can find them on the market, there's quite many of them. As you can see, the stats he has: headshot, attack speed, mutated, body damage, and find unique. The stats you usually want to have on your SMG, if it's not a Flowing Rabbit, it's like headshot, mutated, attack speed, maximum accuracy or body damage, and ammo capacity. Those are the stats you should be looking for, something like that. This is our stat stick, Gore Trimmer. As you can see, it has mutated, incoming damage, HP, walk speed, and movement speed. Those are the stats we have. This is the best static in the game if you're looking at the overall stats. That's, in my opinion, the best stats you can have in the game when you look at the overall stats, all the stats, okay? Still, the DPS, when it comes to DPS, Reaper Side is still #1, but I prefer this over Reaper Side because overall stats way better. So what you want to have on your static, you want to have mutated, okay? You want to have mobility stats, depends what are you using, sprint or jog, completely up to you. You want to have some incoming damage and health if possible. Extra will be surge speed, XP gain, inventory, dodge cooldown, whatever you need of those stats, okay? Now we're gonna move to the other gear. We're using this Elite Motorbike helmet, which has, as you can see, these stats. I advise you to have stats such as headshot, attack speed, maximum accuracy, mutated, and if possible, ammo capacity or body damage. That would be awesome if you can get those stats. Okay, that's for the headpiece. These are the hands we're using. You can find them on the market as well. There is not that many, but these are very good hands. I highly advise you to get them if you can, if you have a lot of cash, if you're going for an end game build, if you're min-maxing. This is very important. The stats you want to have on your hands is headshot, mutated, attack speed, maximum accuracy, ammo capacity, body damage. So you can either go for like combination like headshot, attack speed, mutated, maximum accuracy, and then body damage or ammo capacity, whatever you can get. But have in mind, for headpiece and gloves, headshot, attack speed, mutated, maximum accuracy, and extra would be ammo capacity or body damage. Those are the stats I will go for if you're following the build that I'm using. Highly advise you to get something like that if you can. The higher percentages, the better, obviously. We're using this armor. As you can see, incoming damage, inventory, HP, incoming stun recovery. Those are the stats you want. The extra would be incoming stun threshold, plus, if possible, visibility range. As high as possible. You want to get your stats on this as high as possible, as you can see. But we are, as I said, we're missing visibility or incoming stun threshold, which is great to have if you can. Now we're gonna move to the joggers. Triple sprint stats, inventory, and incoming. The stats you want to have if you're a sprinter like me: triple sprint stats, incoming damage, HP, inventory. Or it can be incoming damage, triple sprint stats, dodge cooldown, walk speed, incoming stun recovery, threshold, you know, HP, any those types of combination. As long as you have triple sprint stats and incoming, anything else that extra what you need is great. If you're a sprinter, if you're a jogger, obviously want jog and other stats as explained. For the boots, triple sprint stats. If you're a sprinter like me, I have dodge cooldown, jog speed, and a footsteps noise radius. You can go instead of footsteps noise radius walk speed, but I don't need it. I feel like footsteps noise radius is quite useful, especially if in the future we're gonna have to be silent. You never know. I prefer to play like this, but if you can get walk speed instead of footsteps noise radius, that's great. Any of those two. But as you can see, the combination of sprint stats, all three, dodge cooldown, jog speed, and 6 walk speed or footsteps noise radius. That's for your boots. And for day pack, military day pack, these are the stats what we have. That's what you want to be using for if you're boss hunting. Military day pack all the way. I advise you to do not use any other backpack if you're bossing because of movement speed penalty. So those are the stats currently we have. I'm gonna show you now how it performs against the bosses and everything. But have in mind, we have weekend event boost, which gives us 50% attack speed boost. So having in consideration that we'll be killing bosses like without it, like maybe half a second slower or like something like that. Probably like a little less, like 0.4 of a second, something like that. So have that into consideration. So I'm going to show you how it performs against the bosses. And then I'm going to give you more extra information and such what you need to know. So let's get it. Okay, here are the full stats before we go any further. Okay, so these are our stats, right? As you can see on the flowing rabbit. You can pause, guys, so you get easier time checking the stats. Have in mind, if you're using armors in general, if not, get as high as possible incoming damage. Very important. And mutated, attack speed, headshot. Those are very important. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, guys. Flowing Rabbit has the highest DPS in the game because it has increased base damage of headshot and body damage. Headshot is increased from 7 to 7.56. So have that in mind. Also, the clip size regular like SMG level 50 has 30 or 20, but Flowing Rabbit has 40 rounds. Plus reloading, you can get it easy to 60. So that's why it's very expensive as well. And as I explained, why it has highest DPS in the game. And as you have seen, guys, the performance is insane. As I said, have in mind, half a second, but probably around 0.3, 0.4 kill speed will be slower around that. So have that in mind. Takes usually 2 seconds or less. For some bosses, even below 1 second to kill, which is insane. The weapon has the highest DPS in the game. SMGs are currently #1 in terms of DPS. I've done some calculations. When you min max, you can get over 2100 DPS, which is higher than Pale Haven's Guardian. Pale Haven's Guardian can get over 2000. So SMGs, I mean Flowing Rabbit, holds the #1 spot in terms of DPS. Have that in mind. So what you should know about the SMGs, people usually say that you spend very a lot of money when it comes to bossing with SMGs, but if you min max, actually I can kill with 1 stack, which is around 3 to 4,000, depends on the days, 3 to 4,000 a stack, and I can kill with 1 stack 3 to 5 bosses. Really depends, but let's say we kill 3 bosses on average, and you get around 2,000 on average of scrap. So that's like 6k you get per stack, if you think about it. That's a lot. So you still should make more than you lose or break even. Oh, sorry, you should make more than you spend or break even. So have that in mind. That's very important. People will usually say that it's not easy to maintain, but when you min max, it's really powerful, as you saw that. The upgrade attachment you want to go for, I highly advise you to have the compact scope, unless in your full stats, when you go to your accuracy error, you have these below 1.2. Okay, you want to have 1.2 or below, so you can be very accurate. So you spend least ammo. You can go for drum magazine if you are below 1.2 maximum accuracy error. Okay, so have that in mind. The weapon itself is around, I think I've seen it around 10 million. It's gonna change definitely, so get yourself one while you still can. Currently the best SMG in the game. Highly advise you to get it. Really can't say anything bad about it. The DPS insane, clear speed is insane. I just don't know what to say about it. And also you get find unique chance on it. If it's a small boost, because find unique, the base unique find is very low, so have that in mind. So hopefully this was helpful to you. I really tried my best to explain and give the best information possibly I can. What I was about to say, I'm gonna leave once again, as I said, my Twitch, my socials down below in the description. Where I seem different here too. Also, I'm gonna leave, as I said, my Discord, where you can chat with the rest of the community while I'm offline. And that'll be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video, a different tier 2. Till next time, guys. Love you all. Peace.